Welcome to another episode of Brand Lincoln, where we take a look around the Lincoln, Nebraska area and introduce you to business owners and influential people in the city. We are brought to you by Perch Merch. Perch Merch is a locally owned, custom screen printing and embroidery apparel shop that also specializes in vehicle wraps, decals, and all sorts of promotional products. If your business, school, or team is looking to expand your brand, head to perch-merch.com or call us at 402-217-5212.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 2 of Brand Lincoln. I'm your host, Chris Beecham, and I'm here with my co-host, Henry Schmidt.
Hello, everyone.
And of course, our producer, Joe Cruz.
Hello.
How's everybody doing?
Doing great.
I'm good. Had a good weekend. Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Joe, do you have any wedding adventures from the weekend?
I can update you with one of the newer, tradition, not new tradition. They removed the garter.
Yeah.
But instead of just going under the dress with your bare hands or teeth, or however people like to do it.
I remember that, yeah.
He laid down there and we played some like home improvement music, and his buddies were handing him tools, flashlights.
Oh, and he just
like he was working underneath the car or something, yeah. So it was pretty fun. But yeah, great wedding.
So he got it taken care of. With
They got the garter removed, yeah.
Got it.
Well, today, joining us in the Perch Merch studio is Michelle Hobbs, who owns Blown, a blow-dry bar located at 2901 Pine Lake, which would be across the street from South Point Mall and then across the street from Starbucks. Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
You're pretty.
Stop it.
So for all intents and purposes, we should probably let everybody know that Michelle is also my wife. My lovely wife.
Thank you.
And Henry just said thank you.
Sorry, I tried to mouth it.
This is going to be a lot of editing already.
Try this again.
Good
When you
God.
mouth it, nothing comes out.
Sorry, guys.
Wow. Okay. So, Michelle, what is Blown, a blow-dry bar?
It's a blow-dry bar.
What is a blow-dry, or a blowout, as you guys call them?
Well, we don't cut or color hair, so we just style hair. We're like your grandma's version of a roller set.
What is a roller set?
Oh, good gosh. Your little gray friends, little short-haired friends that get rollers put in their hair and they sit under the dryer for like 45 minutes, gossiping.
Oh, okay.
We just do it all with a blow dryer and round brush. So you come in, we wash your hair. There's a scalp massage, appropriate products, because everyone's hair needs something different. Round brush it, and then style with whatever you need after. Curling iron, flat iron, whatever. And that's what we do.
And then it just stays for, how long is the average? Because I know some people go to you just to do their hair for the week or twice a week, and they don't wash or anything their hair other than that.
The majority of our members, the people that come in, we actually have memberships. They come in once a week. Some of them twice a week. So, and it lasts that long, depending on how you care for it or how you've trained your hair. It can take time for your head to like acclimate so that you're not so greasy or whatever. But most of them come just weekly.
But you don't have to have a membership. You can just show up. And
Anyone.
Okay.
Anyone can do it. Occasions, parties, events. We do like formal styling. If you're going to a wedding, if you're in a wedding, an updo, things like that.
So I've probably seen your work firsthand as a DJ.
I'm sure of it.
Might not even know it.
Probably not. But yeah, that's what we do.
What's the cost? You said you have memberships. What is the cost for like just a walk-in versus what's a membership entail?
A walk-in for a wash and style is $45, and then if you have a membership, it's $110 a month. So they break down to like $27.50.
Okay, so you get a lot better deal if you would get
Much
a subscription.
better.
Got it.
Yep.
And what percentage of your clientele utilize a subscription?
I'd say probably 80%
Wow.
of our guests are members.
And did you start out using the membership model?
Yes,
Okay. You were an early adapter to the subscription.
definitely.
I think I want to back up just a minute again.
Okay.
Very new to the blowout world. Before that, as a dad, all I knew as a blowout was like what happens with baby diapers.
Correct.
So I would go, or my wife, do you do men's hair?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would go to get my hair styled from you
Yes.
if I'm having a bad hair day and I can't figure out my comb, or if my wife wants to look extra fancy for a big
Yes.
dinner date, we'll come to you
Yes.
and get styled. Mm-hmm. Okay. I have been to your shop before, or to the salon.
Yeah.
But that was more for an after-hour work party. So we just
Correct.
I do know you have a bar or a drink list that I enjoyed. That was fun. Okay, so go to you, get your hair styled, come back. Okay, all right. I'm just trying to get caught up with the world of hairstyling.
Yeah, and you're right. It has a bar in it. She actually has a liquor license, which I think are you one of the only? There maybe I know the new ones, Scissors and Scotch, or Scotch and Scissors.
Yeah, they're new. Yeah, they're
They
just
have
down the
one.
street from us too. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're limited as well. We just mostly have very catered to women beverages, so mostly wine. We have a very boutique wine list, things that you probably wouldn't typically recognize for wine, and just your seltzers, such like that, tequila.
I know I enjoy going in there to have a drink, but you won't let me do that very often anymore because apparently that's creepy when a guy
It
is
is.
just in there in the corner
Drinking.
drinking
Yeah, we don't get it.
with a salon full of ladies.
Well-
I
Yeah.
think it's free alcohol, so I'm just putting it on my wife's
It's not
tab.
free though.
But
You pay for it.
well, you pay for it technically. Do I pay for it?
Yes, you dearly.
I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I don't think it's just the fact that you're in there you're alone drinking is the creepy part, but you're sitting in your underwear. That's the part that
Yeah.
they don't like.
That's where it gets weird.
well, funny enough is most people think I'm the maintenance guy when I'm there anyway, and I think that's because that's what she tells them anytime I'm
Yes.
there.
And I
Yeah.
allow them to believe that.
That's just
Yes.
the maintenance guy.
Yeah.
That's the landlord. Don't worry
That's
about
the creepy maintenance guy
Yeah.
who's just in there again, and I see he's at the bar and poured himself a drink. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
No, it's strange.
Okay.
Michelle, I've never gone down the path to get a liquor license. What's that process like for a blow dry bar?
It's quite lengthy, actually. I mean, the paperwork alone is.
Do you have to talk to someone like, I need a liquor license for my business? And they're like, oh, well, where's your bar at?
I think as of actually just this month, I think they made it available online. But yes, you would just call and ask for that to be sent to you,
And
snail mail, and you fill it all out and send it back. But you have to get your fingerprint
Oh,
done
really?
through State Patrol. They have to do a whole background check. You go through the city council meeting, I think it was, that they have to is that right? Was it city council that you have to go through?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, and then they have people can come forward and nay you if they want to.
no kidding.
It's like a whole deal. They advertise it, I believe, in the paper that's happening, so that you can
Someone has a chance to
has a
object
chance to say
to
no,
it.
they're not. They should not.
Oh.
But yeah, it's a whole process. I think it takes start to finish, possibly 6-ish months.
Were anyone on the panel, were they like, why does a blow dry bar need liquor?
They didn't know.
Everyone-
No, but it was actually quite difficult to get it for me, because that falls under two different parts of DHHS. So you have the salon licensure and its requirements, and then you had the requirements for a bar, which we are so small compared to what most bars would need,
Oh, sure.
or what we're serving and what we're doing. So we had to do a lot of, I'd say, updates to the salon, just to make it fit And it was hard because none of those departments, licensures and DHHS are the same people, and they're not talking to one another. So you have people in the salon licensure that were like, you can't do that. And then DHS in the like bar and restaurant licensing that was like, well, I don't know how that works with a salon. So
Sure,
I
yeah.
think that probably took the bulk of the time, was just the back and forth between both, figuring out.
But after you got it, now you're locked in,
Yes.
and it's just a quick renewal each year, I assume.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. They
Well,
check on you frequently, just like any restaurant or bar would do, but
Huh.
we're rule followers, so they're there for like
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah.
Well, that law just came into play, and you were the first salon to even apply for it.
Mm-hmm. It
Before
was
that.
Yeah. It was me and Sapa's nail salon and spa that are in like Fallbrook. We had it the same day. We went for our like hearing the same day. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah.
How long have you had your license?
Since 20.
So this is just at your south location. You didn't have it at your previous location downtown?
Nope. It wasn't. You couldn't.
Oh, gotcha.
It wasn't until I think 19 that they made it legal to obtain your liquor license and be in a salon.
Did we say how long Blown has been around? Has been a
Since-
company?
Let's get into the beginning story. 'Cause,
Yeah.
yeah, like Henry said, you had a previous location. So how did it all start? How to go? What year was it?
We opened in October of 2015 downtown underneath the Hilton Garden
That was in the Haymarket.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
across from, like Blue. We were across from Blue. And then in 2017, the South location opened at South Point. And then in 2018, we closed downtown. It just, people and parking are a whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, because the whole idea was it was doing so good downtown.
Correct.
You were like, let's open one on the south side, and then it'll be double the business.
But then all the clientele just went
And
to
everybody's
South.
like, why
Yeah.
would we go downtown and try to park when we can just
Yeah.
go to
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
by South Point and there's a nice big parking lot?
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, oh,
That makes sense.
that didn't work.
But downtown did what I thought it would do. Because when we originally were looking to open, we were looking at two locations. One was at South Point, and one was downtown. And for a bunch of different reasons, the South Point location didn't pan out at that time. But I knew the South location would be your weekly people that came, mostly members. And then downtown would be your occasional people, the event people. We did like 3 weddings a day on a Saturday.
Oh, wow.
So it did exactly what I thought it would do. All your concert goers, people would be staying in those hotels, come down, get their hair done, and then dinner and drinks, and then out with their people.
Yeah.
Lots of bachelorette parties. In fact, we have not done a bachelorette party at the South location since we've opened, but we did countless parties.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I knew that would be the case. But yeah, the memberships kind of outweigh. It's kind of like the restaurants downtown in the Haymarket. They're busy 3 days a week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It was kind of like that with downtown. But
So what were you doing like the year before you opened Blown? What made you think, I want to do this myself? I want to be my own boss.
Chris made me do it.
That is true.
It is true. I was perfectly
I don't know
happy.
this. I'm genuinely asking.
I was perfectly happy just doing hair. And he was like, no, you have to be a business owner. I'm like, technically I am. We just don't have employees.
Gotcha. So you do have background in cosmetology or
Yeah.
hair, and okay, and then it just kind of flowed into the new because Blown is the first blow dry bar
was.
in Lincoln.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was the other thing is when he was telling me this was something I needed to do. I couldn't come up with something that would, there's salons, they're like gas stations in Lincoln. There's literally 3 on every corner.
Or vape shops.
Basically. So it's like hard. How do you set yourself apart from just being another salon?
Sure.
And the scenarios that I had played out in my mind were going to be more than what I wanted to do. I didn't want to be that involved. And I thought about a blow dry bar. I didn't think he'd understand the concept. I mean, it's hard. I mean, I had to explain it to you, right? Like, you don't understand it. And there's still people now that they're like, what do you do? Like, oh, well.
No, and I remember hearing this story, like, what is this place? Oh, you just go get your hair done. Wait, they're not going to cut it or anything?
Right.
And
it's very.
Even myself was, well, who's going to do that? Like, that's crazy.
Many people say that, yeah.
I stand corrected.
Right.
Like,
it does well.
Yeah.
And then he called, I think I called you and said, I think I have an idea. No, you did. You called me and said.
I called you with the idea of a blow dry bar.
Yeah, because there was the first one that opened in Omaha, and they had a radio deal about it, and you were listening to the radio and called me and was like, what? I was going to tell you about that. I didn't think you'd get it. And he's like, we have to do it. So now here we are.
It's been happy days ever since, hasn't it? Yep.
Something like that.
Something like that. She's both hated me and loved me for that decision.
It's our whole relationship.
Yeah.
Love
That's
and
why
hate.
you're my current wife.
For sure.
That's why we have different last names.
Correct.
We're ready at any time. Although it's getting harder and harder because you're also part owner of Perch Merch here. So
yeah.
I get Henry and Joe, though, in the divorce.
That's fine.
yeah, but we like Mom better.
Oh,
Wow.
that's because I'm never here.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You did mention how you're the first blow dry bar and have been the only blow dry bar in Lincoln, but that has currently changed
It has.
because a local influencer's wife has decided to open one, franchise one, and they have opened it right across the street from your location south.
Correct.
So how has that affected you and how you've done things? Being the only kid on the block to now a franchise coming in. I mean, to put it in like terms of a small business owner, I'm sure Lee's Chicken welcomes competition, but that doesn't mean they want a Boston Market across the street.
True. I think I was bummed at first, and I thought, it's fine. Lincoln's big enough, and there are some places in my mind that we had even kicked around opening another location. So I thought, if they're smart, they'll go like East Lincoln. And then you got a contract sent to you to bid their location.
Yes,
And
my painting company got an email 6 months prior
Yeah.
with the plans for the franchise that's coming into town. So
her competition reached out to your painting company.
correct.
I'm assuming not knowing that you're.
No,
Okay.
they had no idea.
Sure they do now.
So,
oh my gosh. So were you-
respectfully, we've known that
Which,
way before anyone else. Like, I think months before it was even
oh yeah, the
out
public
that
didn't know.
the public had. So respectfully, we kept that
to
silent.
ourselves. Yeah,
And
I do remember that moment though. Yeah, like I got that. It was like at night.
Yeah.
And I got the email on my phone, and I'm like, uh-oh. and I knocked on the window.
Yeah.
And I just held my phone up to her. And I saw the location, and I went, oh. And she was, yeah, that was a fun night.
So, did you know of you did know of rumors that they were thinking of opening a location?
I had heard.
Okay, but
Because-
you didn't know specifically where.
Correct. The salon industry is quite small. And backstory, I have been in this industry for 24 years. So I would say that I am acquainted with
You have some experience.
quite a few of the stylists because of just my long history and I've done multiple jobs in this industry. So it had been told to me that this was in the works, and then we got your email.
Yeah, because we had heard about it, but we didn't think it was possible because we actually looked into that same franchise for Lincoln, and they told us no.
Because the demographic didn't fit. We weren't big enough to support it.
Yeah.
So your own company gave them proof that Lincoln's good enough to put the franchise into it?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
So then I was bummed, but it's fine.
But the
It's
positive
fine.
side, the positive side is now
They gave us recognition because of how influential the husband is. That gave us recognition to the people that still had no idea that Lincoln had a blow dry bar.
or what it was.
Or what it was, yeah. So, and which is great. I mean, I'm glad that they got that kind of press. I think it's unfortunate that small businesses don't receive that kind of notoriety when we open something and the work that we go into.
A lot of risk is involved, yeah.
So, but
Yeah, it kind of goes to
Yeah.
show that one person's livelihood can be another person's write-off or hobby.
for sure. But yay for them. That's exciting.
Yeah, we
for
welcome
them.
the competition.
Yeah. But I'm not worried because we, being our own entity, can do what we want. But also, we've been around for so long that I'm like,
You have your customer
I
base.
don't think anyone's going to jump ship, or not for long. So,
Yeah, you definitely saw the loyalty aspect when like the media started,
oh yes,
and your clients were awesome.
yeah,
That was quite cool to read and watch.
yeah,
Were they backing her up on
Oh, yeah.
Facebook and stuff?
and tastefully.
I don't
like,
know what they were doing
tastefully
on
done.
Instagram, but
Yeah.
on Facebook, they were doing a very good job.
It
They
had
weren't
nothing to do
bashing.
with anybody. It was just, hey, there's a local one. They've been open. Try them out.
Oh, that's
it was
awesome.
it
Yeah.
was fantastic. And although people were constantly telling me like I was not new, I'm like, yes, I already know. Thank you. Let's move on.
Yeah. I painted it.
Well, and when the clientele go to that new spot, they're going to get really bad headaches because you used really lead-based paint.
No, I did not, for the record. But we had come up with a lot of fun, interesting ideas. But no, I did not do anything.
No sabotage.
Nope.
It's beautifully done as always.
Yeah. But you also offer more. You do makeup.
Mm-hmm. They do
alcohol.
not.
I
Yeah.
think alcohol's still a spectacular
Yeah.
idea
Yeah.
for ladies to go get their hair done and have a drink. Mm-hmm. And then what
Extensions.
else? Extensions.
We do extensions.
That's where you put longer hair
It's
in your
not a-
short hair.
Pud.
I'm telling Joe. What?
Oh, what? Just you
Are you
said
talking-
pud.
I said
There's
put.
Nope, you said
Where you put it.
D. You said pud.
You're the funnest.
Sorry. Yeah. Most fun.
Let's try to stay professional here,
She
Chris.
started it. I'm no wordsmith like my wife here.
Well, I do know what extensions are. And I also know about the little glittery extensions.
Yes.
You put a couple
The
of those in
tinsel?
the tinsel. Yeah. The Christmas party was fun.
Yeah.
That's right. You had that in your hair.
No,
No?
my wife did,
Yeah.
though.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should do it this year.
I could, yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
Then you can make an Instagram,
Oh.
Perfect.
a boomerang.
Well, I'm only going to do it if Henry puts it in his beard
Henry.
I'll think about it. I haven't.
for the
That's
wedding.
that's a long way away.
We have time.
Okay, so let's go to your oh shit moments. So we're gonna start with the good. What was your like oh shit moment? Like I did it. This is working. My husband was right.
Cut that.
No, and you can say that, as part of your description of it.
I don't know that you're like I think what you thought was right and what it is not the same thing.
Wow.
But
Is this the only reason why you had her come on? Just so that you could hear her say you're
Get
right?
my own recognition. Yeah, and then it's recorded because I've never had it recorded in the few times that it's been told to me. She's mouthing something, but
anyway, I'd say the first time that I thought we might have created a thing was our first party that came in.
Wedding party or?
Yeah, actually, it was her. I think it was her 50th.
Okay.
Birthday party. So her and quite a few of her friends came, got their hair done and makeup, and then a limo picked them up and took them to Omaha.
Oh, that's fun.
For dinner and a night out or whatever. But I just remember looking around at that happening and thinking, "Oh my gosh,
you're giving them an experience."
Yeah.
And
and they were
memories.
enjoying themselves, and I thought that was really cool. And then flash forward to probably in 2017 our first New Year's Eve at South Point, and we were pretty well staffed, and it was bananas.
I think I remember hearing about that.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
We had just a full book, a wait list of people waiting to get hoping someone would cancel. It was pretty cool.
So you said New Year's Eve was crazy for you. What's your cycle of busyness, or what are some of the busiest seasons of the year for Blown?
For sure, our busiest season is September through December. There's just so much happening. School's back in session, so there's just proms or not proms, but dances, and just people are doing more dinners and events and such like that. And then you just have the holiday season. But our busiest day always is the day before Thanksgiving.
That's surprising.
Before Thanksgiving?
It is. Because it's one day. So if you're not traveling, your family are coming to you, or you're going to your family if you're not, if you're staying in Lincoln. And if you're traveling in, you're bringing those people with you.
No kidding.
It is very crazy.
That would not have been in my top 10 guesses.
If you would have asked me a year before we opened, I would have never thought that either. But it's always that day.
It's when you're stuck seeing that extended family that you don't want to. So you also have to look your best.
Yep.
Show off a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep. And then if you think about it too, then you have the parties for the day after Thanksgiving football.
Yep.
So, and if we're doing well in football, Blown is doing well because people are doing things. But I'll say that hasn't always been the case.
No, sadly no.
If we're not doing well, then you're not going to tailgates, you're not having the parties, you're not doing those things. So,
do members take priority in scheduling? How does that work?
We have multiple different kinds of memberships, but the two mainly sold have priority booking. So we book them first, and then whatever's left over goes to the rest of the...
How would you book an appointment with you?
You can do it a million different ways, I feel like. You can go to our website and click the book now. You can go from... you can call in, you can text in. We have a bot that you can book with.
Yeah, I argued with your bot
I know
last
you did.
week.
We all looked at it.
And I gave it the middle finger,
You did.
and it gave me a touchdown sign back. So that's AI for you.
It's great.
A sarcastic robot.
It's really nice. Yeah.
Because it said, please call, and I was just decided to argue with it to see what happened. Yeah, and it got sassy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Who knew? We need that here for Perch.
No kidding.
But most people book online.
Okay, so what was your bad oh shit moment? Like, I quit. I'm done.
Give us a top 2, top 3, because there's got to be a couple.
Probably when their printer put the wrong phone number on a business card.
That could be a thing.
It's the second episode that you put the wrong phone number on something.
Oh, yeah.
The last episode was the Coros.
Well,
This one is the... So,
choose your next guest very wisely. Then.
Yeah, I think you put my home number on it, right? Like you
I think
put
it was
my
your
personal
mobile,
cell phone. Yeah.
yeah, and she was like, nope,
no.
wrong.
I don't know if I've had one that I want to close. Like I think we've had encounters with people that have been unsavory, but I don't think I've ever wanted to close it up. Have I?
No.
Do you recall anything?
No. The only time that I know that you were really down in the dumps was when COVID hit and you got. You
that
were the
was
only,
awful.
Ooh, that
The
was
salons
That was
all got
awful.
shut down.
Yep.
But okay, I would feel like most times, you can attest to this. I overreact quickly,
What? No, that's not what
Yeah.
happens.
but I would say 20% of the time you end up being right. 20%.
You heard it here. You heard it here.
Say
everybody.
that.
But yeah, COVID was hard.
Fist bump.
COVID was hard. We just had no knowledge of what was coming or how long that was going to happen and all the things. But
So what rules did you have to follow or regulations?
we had to close completely. We were closed for 6 weeks,
Yeah.
I think it was.
I think it was salons and like nail salons, hair salons. That was really the only thing in Lincoln that
sure.
had to close.
Yeah.
Well, it would be even harder for you because people are complaining, I need to get my hair cut.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really say, I need to get my hair styled.
Right.
Like, where are you going? Nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, truthfully, we're a very luxury thing to do. I mean, it seems that way. But then once you get in there and you're like, I'll never wash my hair again. So it feels like it's silly, but
Well, it's
It's
luxury,
not.
but at the same time, how much is a blowout? A regular blowout?
$45.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's like I tell women, my husband would never. I'm like, how often does he golf?
Hey, that's different.
If you're golfing. Oh, perfect. I had a member once say, she's like, I got into quite the debate with my husband about this membership. And he was like, well, can't you do it yourself? And she said, who mows the lawn?
Oh, no kidding.
And he's like, you can have a membership.
Nice.
maybe we should just label it something else on people's accounts,
Maybe. I don't know
like
what.
utilities.
There you go.
Just something,
It was like
Groceries.
that.
Yeah.
But the upside to us being closed, if there was one, was that I would say 70% of the members did not freeze or cancel their memberships.
Oh, wow.
And they understood
you
what
were
we
going
were
through.
doing and what was happening for us.
That's
so
awesome.
that was a blessing. And then we actually were the top selling salon in retail in Nebraska for product.
During COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because nobody had shampoo
Because of supply shortages?
because they don't do their own hair.
Oh.
So you don't have your hair washed every week and you have nothing in your shower.
Because you don't.
You don't have to wash your own hair. So
Gotcha.
we hand delivered to people's porches, and or if they were willing, they'd come to the salon and pick it up like in a drop area outside the salon.
Like Uber Eats, but for shampoo?
Yeah, or
Never would have thought of that.
a couple places outside of like just being able to us to drive or them to drive, we would just UPS to their house.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess if you don't wash your own hair
Yeah.
at your house, you're going to need
Yeah.
shampoo.
Yep. And
Oh,
one of
You're
our
not going to use your
clients,
husband's shampoo.
Right.
We
No,
don't.
no.
get
we don't know
It's
what
the
that
6
is.
in 1.
Yeah.
It's a 3-in-1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One of our
Plus.
clients, yeah, she called me on my on my private number and was like, I need everything. She's like, I haven't washed my own hair in 5 years.
Oh, my gosh.
She didn't have a blow dryer anymore. She didn't any of it. So I'm like,
That's
I'll
wild.
ship it to you. So uniquely enough,
And that's when
We did
I
okay.
built the bar that
yeah,
I'm not allowed to sit
that's
at.
when we got our liquor license. We got approved during COVID.
You're like twiddling your thumbs and
Yes.
you're like, how can I make this work?
Right.
Let's start selling alcohol.
Yeah. I think we had just got approved
Yeah,
when
and
COVID
then,
hit.
Then shut down.
So, which was scary too, because we're like, what if we do this and then it doesn't work? Like we don't reopen. Like that wasn't a guarantee. So we took a shot, but our people are loyal. It was fine.
I think us 3 guys should go down there and get a blowout.
You can.
How does that work?
Yeah.
For a dude?
For guys with less than 4 inches of hair.
Well, you'd book that as a Scotch on the rocks, and you get a much longer massage than
So you make up for it in other
we do,
other
and it's
ways.
not the same price. Yeah, I off the top of my head, I think it's like $25 or $30 for the Scotch on the rocks. But we have had actually quite a few people like We've had a couple guys that come in because they're getting headshots done. So we've styled their hair and even done some makeup for them because you do need that. And we had one guy come in because his wife was a stylist or is a stylist, and she always did his hair for events that they'd go to, and he didn't want to disappoint her on their wedding day. So we had done the wedding party, and then when they left, he came in and got his hair done. So, and then there's another fella, he just likes it. He just says we're just kind.
You just have a regular guy
Yeah.
that just likes what you do.
He's just such a nice man. He's probably in his 50s, I think. He just said, you guys are just so kind.
I didn't know anything about this. I've never
more?
got one.
She never brought that up?
I've
about
never
this
got
guy
one.
that comes in just because she's nice?
She just
No,
never
he
said
is.
that it was an opportunity for me to go.
Well, I'm glad I asked.
Look at
Yeah.
the menu.
I'm looking at the wine menu usually.
Yeah. But no, there's enough. There's enough people. I think the most fun we had was Huddle did one of their departments did a retreat, and they sent in, it was, I think it was like 2 fellas and 3 gals, and they wanted us to style their hair they were going to JCPenney's to get a
Glam
photo
shots.
shoot.
Oh my gosh.
and they were doing a whole 80s news anchor theme. That was fun. It was
That's
really
great.
fun. But yeah, we do fellows.
All right, I'm going. I'm gonna go get styled.
That's great.
Yeah, she convinced
After
me.
that's not during work hours activity though.
But I can still put it on the Perch Merch credit card.
Probably not.
Michelle says no. So do you still like her
Yeah,
the
I
most?
do. Yeah.
So South is going good. Mm-hmm. And you talked about maybe starting a new location somewhere else.
We're going in Fallbrook.
So that's your announcement?
Yes.
So you're letting everybody know that there will be a Blown also? Blown 2?
I like Blown too.
Just Blown.
I like Blown also.
Just Blown. Yeah.
So it's going to be called just Blown?
No.
Oh.
Like McDonald's doesn't have a different name for each location. It's just McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
Get it together.
Trying
Get
to,
it together.
Just trying
Just
here.
Blown.
Okay. So Blown Fallbrook. Mm-hmm. Blown at Fallbrook. Blown a blow dry bar at Fallbrook.
Okay.
When's that opening?
I don't know. You tell me, sir.
How would I know?
Because you're the contractor.
Oh, I should get
I
started
think
on it then.
We're hoping for football season would be my hope.
Yeah, and Fallbrook's really come along, so it's been that right time.
Yeah. Well, my
There's-
deciding factor for that location was Zipline went in, and I feel like they do a very good job of vetting the area, even if it's still kind of new-ish. Like, so once I knew that they were going in, I was like,
And there's a lot of
Going.
boutiques and
yeah,
smaller, locally owned businesses that
For
will
sure.
fit right in with. So
definitely.
What other locations in Lincoln did you look at, Michelle?
We did kick around, like I said, East Lincoln, kind of in that.
84th?
Yeah, like we looked about like 70th and Pioneer or Van Dorn. We kind of thought about that, or like is it Firethorn area? Is that right?
Yeah.
Firethorn area. But then also we have a lot of clients that come from there already, so we didn't want to take from one to.
You're not
like,
expanding your market that
Yeah.
way.
Thing that
Exactly.
happened with
we learned that
downtown.
lesson
Yeah.
already.
And we talked about North, and then we didn't. And then we talked about it again, and then we just kind of stopped. And then I think one week I had like at least 5 people in a week that were like, we live south, or we live north. If you'd open one, I'd be here other than occasions.
Yeah, I
I'm like,
think
fine, we're
I think
doing it.
Fallbrook's
Yeah.
a great location.
I think
for
so, too.
Your next spot.
Because we do hit up a lot of those smaller areas around there, like Malcolm and Raymond. Like, we have people that come. We have a gal that comes at least once a month from Kansas City.
Oh my
No
gosh.
kidding.
She just likes us. I don't know.
Holy
It's
smokes!
bananas, and I love it. Doesn't make sense.
So she can go to the Fallbrook location. It'll be much more convenient for her.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's going to be ecstatic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it'll do good. I should get on that. But, yeah, football season.
Mm-hmm.
So, Michelle, where can everyone find you online? Facebook, Instagram, OnlyFans?
Not OnlyFans.
Okay, I didn't know.
Cut that.
No. That's a dream you have,
Yeah.
I think.
I like there's that TikTok where the guy's like, my wife's OnlyFans paid off our house.
I should tell her soon.
Now I have to tell my
Yeah.
wife she has an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
If it paid off our house, yeah, I'd probably do it.
Aside from the OnlyFans, you can find us at Blown Lincoln on Facebook, like on Instagram, and our website is blownlincoln.com.
Okay. Anything else, everybody? Any other questions, concerns, comments?
What do you like the most about your job at Blown?
I really just like the people that we've met. Like, they're really just good people. And the connections. I feel like if you are a woman coming to Lincoln, moving here, like transplanting here, if you come to Blown, we will find you all the things that you need in your life. We'll tell you the gyms to go to. We'll tell you, like, I have a handful of doctors that come in to me that I would easily recommend or refer to. Dentist, even daycare providers. I feel like women that come to Blown are all small business owners just like me.
That's neat. That's
so it
great.
is I think it's very cool.
Yeah, local supporting
Yeah.
local. Yeah, and you've made a lot of good friendships,
Definitely.
which has benefited me.
For sure. Well, you don't have to spend time with me then?
No, I mean, like,
Give some
wow,
fun
that-
experiences and adventures
okay,
to go
well, this is
on.
backfiring. Okay,
Yeah, it
never
is.
mind. Forget it.
No, but I'm just saying, like, we have it. I think that is it, though. Like, we have very cool gals in very similar scenarios of just, and we connect people. I really feel like we just connect women with women, and or not women, like, just because of what their husbands do. Like, I mean,
Yeah, our previous football coach's wife
was wonderful.
was a wonderful human being.
Yes.
And, yeah, you guys became friends, and then I got to benefit by sitting in the box.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
At Memorial Stadium.
You did
So,
get that
and
experience.
and that's the one thing I really miss, but
No.
probably not going to happen with the current regime either.
But yeah, I think that's my favorite thing.
Great answer.
Thank you.
Good question.
Thank you.
What's like the biggest struggle that you have day to day with operating Blown? Is it staffing? Is it scheduling?
Yes.
Etc.
It is all of those things. I think it's hard to staff, or that has been my experience. Recently, we have a really great team. But it's hard for people to like go to hair school and spend that money and learn all of the things and then just to do cuts or to not do cuts and colors and just to style and do makeup. So it's very small handful of people that want to do that. And you have to be licensed to style hair.
Oh, really? Okay, now I'm learning new stuff. So you have to be licensed. Who's licensing these hairstylists?
You have to go to school,
Okay,
pass that,
yeah.
obtain a certain amount of hours in
Okay.
the program, and then you go take a test to have your license.
Just to style it.
Just to style it. But that umbrella is huge. So you're learning more. Actually, you hardly learn styling in hair school. It's quite...
But you have to be licensed.
You have to be licensed to do it. There's places like you don't have to be licensed now to braid hair. So there are braiding salons.
Well, the guy that braided my brother's hair in Cancun, pretty sure
Probably
was
not
not
licensed. And that's different state to state and country to country.
So when these people go to school, how long is it? And are they licensed only in one state?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're so every state is different. And to be completely honest, I'm not 100% what that is in Lincoln or in
Okay.
Nebraska anymore. It was 2,100 hours when I was in school.
You're like
and
becoming
teaching.
a pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think it's like 1,600 or something now. I don't know that off the top of my head.
Okay, but it is. So you don't know for sure, but if one of your employees moved to Missouri, they may have to get recertified or something.
You
along
definitely
those
have
lines.
to each
Okay.
state. So it just depends. Like some states, you have a significant amount of hours that you can just obtain your license in the next state. Some states make you retest, and some just you have reciprocity because you've worked for enough hours or enough years that they're like, you're fine. Here's your license. So
So it's not that easy.
no,
To
it's
obtain.
not. Thank you for saying
I had
that.
no idea, Michelle.
It's not that easy. I think people are like, well, I watched it on TikTok,
Yeah.
or I watched it on YouTube. Well, that we've seen your bangs. We've seen what happened with your kitchen scissors. Stop it. But anyway, so it is hard.
Because
It's
you have
hard
to find a
because you
license.
have to find
Yeah.
someone that wants to do these specific things. So we have a handful of gals that are full-time, and this is luckily what they've chosen is their path right now. And then we have a handful of people that cut and color in another salon but work part-time with us. And I highly recommend that.
Where
For
do you-
new people, for new, like I'm green out of school, I highly recommend it because it's an easier conversation to have with someone about hair when you're doing their hair about a cut and color than it is like I'm working at a bar or a restaurant and can I take your order? And also I do hair. Like that's a harder
Gotcha.
conversation to get into, but
Yeah, that's how you build your book.
definitely. And being in the industry long
Check
enough.
me out.
Yeah,
I
that
know
was
what I'm-
great, babe.
Yeah.
But being in the industry long enough, we've grown quite a few stylists that have left me to carry on a full book at another salon, and I am willing and happily able to help them make those adjustments, like transitions from one to the other. And I would say the majority of the people that we've transitioned have done so in a year, which is incredible in hair. Because 1 out of 9 stylists will make it past a year out of school.
Really? Wow.
So what do they end up doing if it's not
Wherever the money's at.
okay?
So if you're serving and you're making more money serving, you're going to do that rather than hair. But it's the people that hustle and stay in it that will actually that will win in the end.
Takes time to build up
It
that
does.
clientele.
Yeah.
Yeah, day one you're not going to be perfect. How long is school?
It's about a year. It's just a year or just a little bit over. It kind of depends on how you do it. If you're there, if you show up and do all the things, you're going to get done in that year. If you're gone a lot, then that's not going to happen. But it also reflects how you'll work in the salon too. So,
Can people work for you while they're in school?
no. No, technically no. I do still have my license to instruct, but that would be I would have to have a whole lot of hoops to jump through and to have someone in the salon that's not already licensed.
Do you enjoy teaching?
I do a lot. I do.
Maybe we should start a school.
No.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
That's a hard
Just
no.
throwing it out there.
That's a no for me.
Thought that's what you were getting at.
Negative.
Okay. That's how we could have Joe be the principal.
No, but no.
I could be a principal.
I feel
It's
like
not. It's
that
not.
would be real good for you.
That doesn't work that way.
I'd be like a hip, cool principal.
Yeah.
No, they're called directors.
All right, we got a plan. Oh,
It's not a principal.
yeah,
it's
Joe,
called
you
a
are not
director.
a director.
I
And
bet.
it-
Nope, you're a principal.
And you don't do hair, so you'd want to do that first. If you don't do hair and you're in an industry of hair, you will struggle.
So just say like,
You
well,
will struggle because you can't step in. You can't
do it my way.
help.
That, and I have no
Yeah,
idea how to do
exactly.
it. Yeah.
So, good luck with that. I only know of one person that is in the industry, owns a salon, that has never touched a head in their life and actually made something happen. But
Just-
they also no longer live in this state, and they have a really great manager. So I don't know how much that is of them and of their manager.
Knowing the right people to hire.
Correct.
And, yeah.
So,
Well, thanks for your time today,
Thanks.
Michelle. Good luck with all your endeavors. You're still pretty.
thanks.
Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Goodbye.